Welcome back to our in-depth journey through Elden Ring, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and we are here in the heart of the Ionian Swamp. Now, we left off in the last episode up here, in the Divine Tower of Caelid. And the reason we're not continuing that direction is because I did a little test run against the boss down in the bottom, the Godskin Apostle, and he's way too tough for us. I had a feeling that he might be a little too difficult for our current level. We should probably be like over level 100 by the time we try to take him down. And yeah, I mean, to put things short, he kills me in one hit with even his weakest attack. So, probably not a good idea to fight him right now. But where we are is here. We're at the Inner Ionia Grace, this is like the big poison swamp area with all the scarlet rot. What we're going to do in this episode is we are going to take down Commander O'Neill, who we can handle. So you have a summon sign at the beginning of this boss fight. This is Pollyanna, adopted daughter. This NPC, I believe, will help you with Gowry's questline, if I remember correctly. So we can summon her, but the problem is we won't be able to use Torrent. And Torrent is pretty important in this fight, or at least I think so. Torrent is like the difference between winning and losing against this guy in most cases. So I think our children will probably be plenty for this guy. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and summon them. And when he does the summon, get a few hits in on him, because he doesn't move when he does that. But then immediately take these guys down. Now, these exiled soldiers are weak. They're not very strong. We should be able to kill them relatively easily, but the problem is he buffs them. So he did the buff, which is problematic for us. But our children are keeping him busy, thankfully. So let's try to be smarter than these douchebags and their stupid arrows. And killing these guys as soon as possible. Yuck. There's the scarlet rot attack. Big yuck. He killed all my children. Damn. Alright. So now that we have this guy with no help, it's time to beat him up. There's the scarlet rot attack again. And he really can't hit you on Torrent. Like, I mean, as long as you watch out for the sweep attack there, like, the stab will kind of go right past you. No! I missed my critical. Ah! You dick. Okay, there we go. How the hell did you hit me with that? Now, normally, when he does the stab attack like that, he has a hard time hitting you, which is great. Great for you, at least. So, here we go. So he's going to do that now. I'm going to get free hits on him. So this is the part that sucks. He summons these guys. These dudes are bad news. I'm telling you right now. And watch, now he's going to buff them. Yep. So this is officially the make or break point of the fight. Now that he's got these guys in the boss arena, you would be wise to try to lure them far away from him before ever considering touching him. Because if you leave yourself open even one time against these guys while they're buffed, you're done. Like, the fight's over. Because these guys already hit hard. But if they hit you while they have that buff, you're done. You're not going to survive. Okay, so now they're double buffed, which doesn't matter because he's basically dead. We only have to hit him, like, probably one more time. Maybe twice. He might have, like, a coke line of health left. There we go. He's done. That dude, did you see that? That dude went for it. And then you get the Commander's Standard, which is a halberd weapon, and the unalloyed gold needle, which is also what we need for Gowry's questline with Millicent. So Commander O'Neill isn't terrible. He's easier than the Godskin Apostle, tell you that. Like, you go fight this guy and beat him, and you think that was hard. Go fight the Godskin Apostle afterwards, and you'll realize that Commander O'Neill is actually pretty easy. So, now what we need to do is we need to go back to Gowry. And Gowry is... where is he? He's gonna be up in here somewhere. Dragonbarrow Fork. Where's that church? There's Gowry's shack. Okay. Yeah. Church of Plague. I'm trying to find the quickest grace to him, though. I guess it'd just be over here. Well, we're actually right across the street from him. We probably should have just ran. But it's easier to find a road, I think. So now all we have to do is just run through the gates here. Nice and easy. And we have a lot of items, like stray items, across this area that we need to go pick up. And we're actually going to spend some time doing that now that we have our boss out of the way for this video. We're going to do a little bit of exploring. And we just want to do some ground coverage. That's what we'll call it. Ground coverage. I'm going to create nicknames on this channel for all the stuff that we do. Hello.
Oh, you found the unalloyed gold needle. As promised, I've detailed the secret of Celia right here. Go on. It's yours.
Thank you.
Now let me have a look at the needle. Well, this is a marvel indeed. The work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps the essence of life. Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped in half, will it?
All right.
Can you give me some as well made?
And that's it. And then I think all we have to do is... I think we just have to reset our game, honestly. So let's go back here. Which this loading screen and then resting at the grace, that should do it, I would imagine. We need to level up anyway. Let's go with endurance. And we'll just do these one at a time until they hit 20. That'll be the next 6 levels for us. Okay, we just need to head up this way. Ooh, I missed you, didn't I? Come here. Nice. We got the Ring of Light Ash of War. Stupid dragonflies. You're not worth my time. The only thing you drop is your head, which is used for the boluses, and those don't matter. Not to me right now. Oh, come on. Okay, so... oh, shit. We're going the wrong way. Wrong way. Gowry should be over the cliff here. Gowry and his damn dog.
I have awaited your return. The needle is repaired. Now it will forestall the rotting sickness, I'm sure. Will you give it to the girl, Millicent? I will reward you in kind.
Nice.
Millicent rests at the church atop the cliff beyond tended
Yes,
to a
I
wretched
know.
fate, indeed. The poor girl, she never wished for any of this.
None of us did, pal.
Do you find it peculiar that I would show such concern for the girl? Well, I'm the one that found her. A mere babe in the Swamp of Ionia. She is one of my dear daughters. But the rotting sickness erodes one's memory. I doubt that she remembers the first thing about me. Oh, I must be getting old. I didn't always worry so much.
He reminds me of the Fire Keepers in Dark Souls 2.
Now, all you need to do is deliver the needle to Millicent. She's convalescing in the church atop the cliff. Do so.
Recompense, you say? So he said one of his daughters, and he also said he found her. So does that mean all of his daughters are adopted? And that spirit summon that we could have used against Commander O'Neill, was that one of his daughters?
If you are wise, you will my flesh. You ask that I stab myself with the needle to quell the scarlet rot. But how? Never mind. I've decided I would rather trust you than simply continue to spoil from within. Would you mind averting your eyes for a moment? Well, that was easier than expected. But why do I feel so?
So check that out. Oh, we just barely couldn't get a glimpse. But her eyes. Wait till you see her eyes. So let's rest at the grace. And voila! She's suddenly a different person. Her hair is fixed and everything. Look at her eyes. They're golden. Almost as if she's been afflicted by the frenzied flame. She hasn't, but they still look very cool.
I hoped to see you again. My apologies for when last we met. I fainted before I could even thank you. Everything is as you said. Since inserting the needle, the scarlet rot has ceased to writhe. Even the nightmares have abated. And now, though I can scarcely believe it myself, I can move as I please. Not that I could ever truly repay you, but I would like you to have this, by way of thanks. A token though it is.
And you get the Prosthesis wearer heirloom.
I'm considering leaving. On a journey. With the needle buried in my flesh, I've started to recall, but dimly, my destiny. It's all thanks to you. My name is Millicent. I pray fate permits us meet again.
And she has one arm. So as we continue her quest, I'm going to talk more about what I think her role is and what her involvement is with the story in this game.
I'm considering leaving with the needle, my destiny.
Your destiny, indeed. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here, and we're going to run back to Gowry again. You know why? Because he said recompense. The guy said he was going to reward us. I'm something of a collector of rewards, so I take this shit pretty seriously. There's really only one thing you can do to piss off a reasonable guy like me, and that's run from your comeuppance. I mean, it's really simple, right? He should be here to give us our reward, shouldn't he? What's up?
Oh, hello again. Something about this place felt familiar to me, so I decided to pay a visit, hoping to find someone here. But I've only found emptiness. Perhaps, before my departure, I needed someone to say farewell to.
Well, why not me?
Well, never mind that. I must focus on my journey, for which I have you to thank. I must stay strong. Well, I must
Whatever you say, Uno. With your one arm. So, alright, let's do this. Let's go back. And yes, I bet this portion of the episode is boring the literal fuck out of you guys right now, but you know what? Unfortunately, it's necessary. We have to do this. Good old Gowry. The guy promised me a reward. And I'm not afraid to send his ass to collections. I don't mean the bank's automated system either. Hey, you disappeared just in time.
Thank you kindly for giving the needle to Millicent. Now she too can begin her journey and stare her fate straight in the eye. You've been a saint through and through. As thanks, I vow to impart to you my knowledge of the lost sorceries of the Celians, descendants of the Eternal.
You disappeared at the exact time that your daughter actually needed you. Dare I even ask the total amount of child support that you've paid in your life? Alright, anyway, Glintstone Stars. This is probably the best sorcery he offers other than Night Shard. These two are both pretty good. The Night Maiden's Mist is, like, okay. It's very slow and it doesn't last very long, but it can do okay damage over time. And I mean okay, like if you don't have the faith to cast Poison Cloud, which you should, there's no excuse not to, this might be an alternative for you. But these two are actually pretty useful. So this is a semi-invisible projectile. And the reason that it's important to specify that it's semi-invisible is because if you cast something like this, enemies can dodge. Think of those giant lions that have the blade on their arm, like the one that was in Fort Gale, however you want to pronounce it. Notice how that thing jumped all over the place like frickin' Spider-Man every time I tried to hit him with a sleep bolt, or anything for that matter. It doesn't work like that with this spell. So any normal attack that the enemies might dodge, they will dodge the spell or the sorcery, whatever it is you're throwing at them, as soon, because there's button input detection. But because this is semi-invisible, enemies don't seem to know that these attacks are coming. Like, you can spam this against enemies that are otherwise pretty agile and will dodge your attacks. But that's all he's got.
Oh, you noticed, did you? Indeed, Millicent did visit this hovel of a home. It seems the memories eaten away by the rotting sickness yet remain, but faintly. However, she has no need of me anymore. No, she must embark on her journey and stare her fate in the eye. I mustn't impede. As I've aged, I've found the best way to aid the young is to be forgotten. Please make certain that little Millicent goes unharmed. Like her mother, she has the stuff to be a great warrior, but commands only one arm and is yet preciously young.
Who is her mother? Something to think about. Some lore candy. Gowry. God, what great father. Jeez. Doesn't need me anymore. That's not your decision to make. Anyway. I don't know what this guy's dog's name is. We should give him a name. How about Gumbo? There we go. Oh, it's raining. Let your dog inside. We already know you're a terrible father. Don't be a terrible pet owner. Bye, Gumbo. So, now where do we go? That's the question. Let's take a look at our map. Oh, I like how he sits back down, all happy, just waiting for company, so he can kill them. Alright. We have this little stretch right here, this big stretch of land that goes to Redmane Castle. What other parts of Caelid do we have left? I mean, we really don't want to mess with any of the Dragon Barrow stuff going up here because, like, this tower is considered the Dragon Barrow. Everything in the Dragon Barrows is bad news for us. We're pretty underleveled for that stuff. We need to stay in, like, the bottom half of the map here. That's what we need to do. So I'm thinking though what we should do is we should probably go start heading into this direction to Redmane Castle. But we need to do some ground coverage. We have some stuff that we need to cover. Where's Fort Gale? Where is it? Is it that way? Okay, so we actually need to head that way. We need to go to Fort Gale. Yes, right here. This is where we need to be. And we're going to pick up some items. Some important items. That mean quite a bit to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Not trying to get blasted by pests. We are going to take this series of cliffs in front of us that drops down to where the pumpkin head is, because there's going to be a guy floating around in a chair over there. And in that chair is going to be some good shit. And then we also have some stuff at the very beginning of Kayla that we need to go grab. Stuff that we don't want to miss. There's the chair item. We can see it. Yes. Yes, yes. So we're going to go get that real quick. It'll take 5 seconds, because we're not going to really fight anything on the way there. We would rather just sprint forward, get where we need to go, and not worry about anything else. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand. Everything on the way here is going to want a piece of us, but we just don't have to fight any of them. Going to take a rather passive approach. Here we go. Bam. Always want more of those. No questions asked. And then down here. Yuck. Let's get some butterflies. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. And I suppose we can let this guy lead us. I mean, hello? Maybe he doesn't want to. That's alright. I mean, he essentially would just end up leading us through the swamp here. That's all he's gonna do. Check these little pockets here just to make sure there's nothing. Here we go. Right here. We already did this one. This was the jail cave. We spotted that from pretty far away. I think that's the reason we can't activate that guy. As a matter of fact, is specifically because of that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the beginning of Caelid. Why can't I get in my map? Am I still being aggroed? Yes, apparently. So, let's do this. Let's go to Caelid Ruins, and then we're just going to cut straight back towards the very beginning, because we're essentially going to go into the area that we were staring at from the Rotview balcony, which is directly over here. There's a section in front of it right here. Well, most of this circular area right here we're going to go deal with real quick. But there's birds and stuff. It's pretty dangerous, so we're gonna have to be careful running through this part. We also have dogs with glowing red eyes, so they have additional damage. Not pretty. Now, it's mostly these birds that I'm worried about. They are the problem. So you can actually see that's the Rotview balcony, and our little ghost guy is up on that wooden ledge. And I actually hit that bird with something just to aggro him and just to show you that you don't do enough damage to them, so they're not worth fighting. Here's what we're going to do, though. I'm just going to sneak. So the Forsaken Ruins, there's like no enemies down here at all. You really just have the birds, but there are some items that are scattered around. We want to activate this. Wrong side of the wall, pal. Fine with me, though. So let's go down here, and I can't remember, but I think this is the Sleepy Time sword, maybe? Yep, the Sword of Saint Trina. This thing is good. Bam. It's an intelligence scaling sword. It does need 14 intelligence to use, which we have, thankfully, but it does magic damage, but it causes sleep buildup. That's the thing. That's the good thing about it, is you don't want to use it for its damage, and you don't really care about the scaling or anything. What you care about is the weapon art, Mists of Slumber. And the fact that it just, like, if the blade touches the enemy at all, it causes sleep buildup. It's pretty damn awesome. And we got sleepy time flowers. Shit! Really? Get on Torrent now. God, these birds are the worst. Like, they are truly terrible. I don't see the point of them at all. God, they're so fast. They're so fast. Run! I just want the item. There we go. Smithing Stone 4. God, we can buy those. Not worth. Not worth. Okay. And then we've already been over here, I believe. There's a drop down with some slimes over here. We got these. Yep, we got all this shit. God, and they're still fucking following me. Yuck. These things are the worst. Truly. I hear it. Do you hear it? The jingle jangle? It's the familiar jingle jangle of shattered glass falling. Come on, headphones, don't fail me now. Let's find him. Is he up here near this bird? I bet he is. There he is. Oh my goodness. You, what are you doing up there, you little scamp? Come on down. Hello? There we go. Somber Smithing Stone Tier 4. That's worth going into the Heart of Danger for. Can't have enough Somber Smithing Stones, which, even though you can buy those too at some point. But, alright, let's do this. Let's be real sneaky going past this bird, because again, we don't want to aggro him. We just want the item. That's it. We don't want any trouble. We just want the item. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be troublesome because we can't fucking sneak past these trees. Alright, Tier 5 Smithing Stone. Even better. And now we're just aggroing the entire village. No big deal. But I'm glad we went back and got these items because we did miss them. So now, let's rest so we can reset these guys. And then there's one part of Caelid that we missed, and that is... Where's the Celia Crystal Tunnel? There it is. Okay, Chair Crypt of Celia. Let's do this grace. So there's a portion of this place that we normally would do. This is where we fought the boss, by the way. There's a portion of this area that we would normally do right upon leaving the Celia Crystal Tunnel. And we didn't because it's just not smart. So that's the Celia Crystal Tunnel. We completed that much earlier in the playthrough. And then as soon as we came out this way, there was a crackhead scarab that was running around in the circles, and it gave us the poison armament. I don't know if this helps with visibility at all. I want it to. So these guys, these big scarlet rot land squirts, don't worry about them. They suck. They're not worth fighting at all. They're terrible. So let's run over here. We collected this grace. So this is the inner swamp, right? Yee! So we're just going to kind of stick to the border for a second here. Don't even need to kill this guy. I mean, what's with this tattoo he's got? It's kind of cool. We really didn't need to murder that guy. We just kind of did for no reason. Oh, this is the spot that I was talking about. This is it. My goodness, I'm glad we came through here. And for this part, just jump. Just jump, 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 jump. Super easy. Come here. So, this guy's not going to go down easy, so let's do some testing against him. Whoa, okay, that did well. How about this? Okay, that did alright. How about Black Flame? Okay, and that was the winner. That did real good. Directly above us is where the bear is. The white bear. The one you don't fuck with. Big yuck. And there's an item out there on the cliff, too, just waiting for us, taunting us, to go near that bear. We're not going to do it. Nope. Somber Smithing Stone 5. Mega important. And there's lots of bugs back here. There's lots of these fireflies. We don't have to get all of them. I just want to show the abundance. I just want to show you guys that it's here to be picked up. Should you need a lot of glintstone fireflies, which, depending on what your throwables and stuff are, you might. So, I feel compelled to show you guys. And yes, we have these ruin fragments from the guys that blew up, that were trying to take us out. There's more of them up here. So, for this part, I'm going to run through this part pretty quick, because this is also considered the Swamp of Ionia, which we have defeated the boss for already. We don't have a lot of business to tend to in this place, but we do have it, nonetheless. So, let's get this guy floating up on the wall. Sacramental Bud, not something we really needed, but gonna get it anyway, because we want to try to get all the items. There is something in the ruins here. So, without getting poisoned or anything, let's go through here. We'll get the chest down here and make our way through. No big deal. Rock Sling. I always think that's a hidden wall. Rock Sling is a gravity magic. It is really good for breaking stance on enemies, I'll tell you that. It's just like any other gravity magic, it's really good for bringing enemies down from the sky. Traveler's Set. Hell yeah. Perfume bottles. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. That's a good one. But yeah, it's just like any other gravity magic, it's good for bringing enemies down, but its main purpose is that it breaks stance incredibly well. Like it does poise damage, and you can open your enemies up for a critical hit. Or at least that was the best use I found for it in my testings. And then over here, let's see, there shouldn't be anything up here. Nope. Over here, there's kind of a bitch of an item to get. It's not like necessarily dangerous. It's just there's guys in here. Well, flowers, I should say. Let's make it not dangerous. We'll do that. The Meteorite Staff. And a golden rune. So the Meteorite Staff is going to be your best staff, like, for the first, I don't know, 65% of the game, probably. Until you get your intelligence truly up to a point where the other staffs are better. And that's going to take a while. So, let's do this. That little crevice over there that I had pointed out, I think it's in there. No, yes, it is in there. Matter of fact, I keep getting turned around. We need to run along the top there because that is the spot I was talking about, where you can drop down on one of the branches and access a secret cave. And it's super duper easy to miss. Like, I had expressed my thoughts on this in a previous video. I feel like this cave is the cave that probably needs a spirit guide or something, or a piece of paper that you can buy from a merchant to alert you of its existence, because it's so easy to miss. Like, I found it by complete accident, if that tells you anything. So yes, there's an Iron Virgin over here, some puppies, Don't care about the puppies. What a terrible thing to say. I should say I don't care about the giant T-Rex headed dogs of Caelid. That's how that should be worded. Who doesn't care about dogs? That's awful. What a terrible thing to say. And there's that damn bear. Jeez, I hate that bear. He's guarding an item, though. Goodness. We're going to have to go back for that at some point. So this spot, right here. Do you see that? Look at that well-hidden entrance. Super easy to miss. And we don't really need to deal with the Iron Virgin either, because I don't think there's any items down here. Like, he's not guarding anything. But let's just point out the sheer brutality of this scene right here. Like, are you serious? Look at these dogs. One is thrown over a tree. These ones are thrown into the trees. Like, he's literally soloing these things. That's ridiculous. You know what? I think just because of that, he deserves to be challenged from a safe distance. Oh yeah, now it's raining. Now I'm gonna get all the damage. Let's play, man. I love how they just kind of shuffle away, too. It's really funny. I win. What are you guarding? You gotta be guarding something, man. There's gotta be... Maybe it's something I looked over, because I swear every time I kill this thing and I run through here on my other game, he's not guarding anything. Where's this guy? Sublime, I tell you. The very first flower of Ionia bloomed on this very spot. Millennia, may you blossom into a goddess. There's that name again, Millennia. I wonder... Is Millicent perhaps the daughter of Millennia? One may never know unless they play the game and find out. Here we go. The abandoned cave. So this is a fun one. There's some good shit in here. However, there's lots of scarlet rot in here. So I don't recommend setting foot in this place unless you have the boluses with you. I have 2. Fantastic. Can I make more? I can. What do I need? Sacramental buds. Cave moss. Okay, yep. I'll make as many as I can get. Gimme, gimme, gimme. There we go. Fantastic. So the trick with this cave is there's no torrent in here, right? Like, pick our butt. Can't use torrent in this cave. So what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to find land where we can, because when your feet are in the sludge, you're getting scarlet rotted. So think of it like... Shit. Think of it like an adult version of The Floor is Lava. You really got to watch out for these explosions, too. Ugh. So, these Iron Virgins down here, thank God they don't come alive. Like, holy shit. Wouldn't that just be great? So, it really pays to be creative down here, because the sludge that you're in this place is really thick, and it's hard to move fast in it. And if you get hit by these big, like, pulsating explosive spots that come out of the sludge, it does a lot of damage. So, see that? There's one. I think there's multiple spots. One. So, it really pays to be creative and do stuff like this. Like, try to run on the walls, do whatever you can. But, time the explosion, you know? Ugh. Dragon Wound Grease. And then, of course, you can't warp back because we haven't beat the boss or anything. So, here's what I kind of recommend for this part. Is just... yeah. Aim for the walls. Time the explosion, aim for the wall. And that's how you can kind of get through this place without getting completely destroyed by the scarlet rot. I mean, it's gonna get you like at one point going through here. Like, there is no getting through here invincible. You're not gonna get through here with no damage, but you can get through here livably is the important thing. As long as you have your boluses on you, and as long as you're patient and you exploit the walls and stuff. We have like busted up iron virgins down here, and I have questions about it. Like, look at this. How did they even get down here? Who was building them down here? Weird. And look at this, like the arms. I wonder if we can get a better look at the arm on one of these. Yes, here we go. So, damn it. Of course, my lantern doesn't work if I look through that, so you'll just have to look really hard. In full screen mode, maybe. So, it looks like the arm that makes up the pizza cutter here, the pizza cutter weapon. We have one right here and next to us, too. It looks like it's snakes that are coiled together, which is really cool. That's very cool imagery. And then the shoulder pads. Look at the shoulder pads. They look like scales. It's like snakeskin. So these abductor virgins, it's like... it seems like tentacles that are coming out of them when they open up and try to, you know, abduct you. But if you take a close look at these things, look just beneath the neck. It looks like the armor is a baby. It looks like a baby head with like a little ear, and it's wrapped in a blanket. But then they seem to be covered in snakes. Like snakes or serpents seem to really be the theme of these, which tells you that they certainly have to originate from... the serpent boss. What's his name? Why does it slip my mind? Rykard, I think is how you pronounce it. So for this part, got an enemy right here. We're just going to deal with him because it's what we do. 2 shots, easy peasy, we'll do it. This part, you would be smart to just run and jump. Instead of going down and around, like, don't do that. The serpent bow. Prized find in this place. So this thing, this is my favorite bow in the game. The serpent bow. It is strength, dexterity, and arcane scaling. It has mighty shot on it already, and this thing requires somber smithing stones to upgrade. I believe. Malformed bow in the shape of a pair of poisonous snakes imbues arrows with poison through pagan magic, revealing its true worth when used with poison-infused arrows. Used by assassins known as the Formless Serpents. I would love to run into them, because I like their style. So, this bow can be incredibly fucking dangerous when paired with this. That was a PvP build I ran for a long time, which was just poison and bleed, and as much of it as I could possibly smash into the build. That bow, with these arrows, pisses off everyone. I was able to pick people off from far away like you wouldn't believe. So, what have we talked about? Lock on, don't lie, right? Like, we have multiple targets here, but it's dark. We can't see very well. So, another phrase that you can coin from your boy LP. Lock on, don't lie. And once we pull these rats, it doesn't matter, because if they get close, they die in one hit. We know that. Don't you dodge me. Anybody else? More up to see. Look, that totally looks like they're... and it's... look, there's even little arms wrapped around. That is definitely someone holding a baby. That is part of their design. That's pretty cool. And you know what is resemblant of that is Dee's armor. Is basically like an embrace is what's happening with his armor. Very cool. Hey, this part is bad. This part is real bad. I'm not fucking around with these rats. I'm just not, so I'll take them down. There's going to be a big one. Did you really think we were going to get through an area with rats that didn't have a giant rat? No. They're just not that nice. Or maybe there is no giant rat. I'm just full of shit. Well, either way, let's go murder this flower. Quite a bit of damage we do. Now, we are being actively poisoned, which sucks, but it's okay. We can go deal with that. The flower is halfway dead, so... These guys die in one hit. Serpent arrows. So, I don't want to get poisoned or scarlet rotted, and yes, FromSoft are assholes. It'll happen at the same time. Like, you can be double statused in this game. Damn, did we cancel the attack? That's amazing. We somehow made it through that without getting scarlet rotted. I think that's reason to celebrate. Let's get some pizza. I'm buying. And get all of our Ionium butterflies. Because they're ours. We earned them. A little hidden jump right here. You wouldn't think that you could climb that, but you can. Venomous Fang. Why isn't that a fake wall? It looks so damn fake. So let's take a look at Venomous Fang. Again, something I used on my poison build. Strength and dexterity scaling, very high poison buildup, 72. Very nicely when paired with the serpent bow. You can really lay the poison on and stress some people out. And this is a fist weapon, just like the others. It's got quick step on it, and when you two-hand it, you power stance them automatically without having two of them. One of the weapons designed for gladiatorial combat, used by duelists who were exiled from the Colosseum. The black fang protruding from the bronze snake head is coated in deadly poison. Pretty cool. Damn. You would think some of these things are about to come alive. Alright. We're about to hit the boss, and... I'll be totally honest with you, I'm blanking. I don't remember who the boss is. So, let's play it safe. Let's bubble up. Get our kids ready. Is it a clean rot night? Oh, don't know what I was scared of. Oh my goodness. He's already dead. There's two of them. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, you guys finish him. I'm gonna go get this guy. Get him! How the hell did he do that? Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. My kids are so rude. They don't take kindly to strangers. How about some frenzied flame for you, pal? Yeah. Mwah. Make daddy proud. That's how we do it. I should name all of them. I should name each individual demi-human. Thanks, guys. Alright, and I think that's the extent of that cave. We got an important farming item. Well, actually, it's a talisman, I think, right? Yeah. There we go. The Golden Scarab increases runes obtained from defeated enemies. A talisman... Another word I've never seen before. Good lord, this game is increasing my vocabulary one word at a time. Facsimile is what I'm going to guess on that one. Facsimile of a scarab. The carrier of treasures and precious things, this golden scarab increases the amount of runes obtained from defeating enemies. Very good for farming, except we don't need to because, well, I don't think I've died a whole lot in this playthrough. We're not losing our runes left and right, so I think we're okay. Fantastic. So there's like probably the hardest cave to find in this area. Pretty happy about that. I think we did well. Cathedral of the Dragon Communion. Southern Ionia Swamp Bank. So I think it's time to start pushing towards Redmane. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through Redmane one time. And ideally, we want to make sure that we have the correct version of it. So, and that can sound strange, right? Like, what do you mean correct version of Redmane? It's very confusing. It's this whole stupid confusing thing. Get out of here, Avionettes. I don't have time for you. You're literally a waste of time and energy. Yes. What a wonderful side task that has been presented to us. Come here, you. That's it. I know you want to hit me. So you hit me. Reasonable. Understandable. Swing. Come here. Oh yeah, we got this, dude. Ow, that hurt. Come on. Do that regular attack. There we go. We have pretty good reach with this spear, so got nothing to worry about with this guy. Yeah, this is a pretty one-sided fight. It takes me significantly more hits to kill him than it does for him to kill me, but that's okay. Like, he can kill us in 2 hits flat, but we got this covered. We got good damage with this spear. Come on. Don't run away now. Poison Moth Flight. Very similar to the Poison Katana in Dark Souls 2, is what that ability reminds me of. But we don't have much use for poison abilities. Not at the moment. So we have actually already been through some portion of this spot, just not all of it. We picked up this golden seed before, and then we went up that way, killed those dogs, and this is where we want to go. Get some fan daggers. Stealing their dinner, essentially. Alright, and for this part, we want to be ultra careful because there's nastiness afoot. So check that out. We have one of these fanged guys that is guarding that item there. And we don't really need to get past him. I mean, there's another item in there that we want, but we're just going to lure him out. How about that? Give him the old juke. Shit! Except he's fast, bro. This dude's quick. Not as quick as me, though. Think of when Gogeta, well, Fat Gogeta, was using the rabbit feet technique against Janemba. That is about how feisty I can get if I really need to get away from something. I, too, can use the rabbit feet. So, I want to get to a safe spot here where we can actually sit here and talk about what's going on. This is a war that we're witnessing. We have these Radahn soldiers that are going in here and fighting these dogs, and they do surprisingly well, believe it or not. You can engage in this battle, and they will mostly go for each other and not try to kill you, which is pretty cool, but the Radahn guys hit pretty hard, and there's fire all over the place, which also hurts the dogs. These Radahn soldiers surprisingly do pretty well and clean up against these dogs. Hello, you. Sneaky, sneaky. So, I'm going to use the Blanket of Chaos here to run in and try to pick up the items. Got some butterflies. Let's head over this way. Let's see what kind of goodies are on the battlefield waiting for us. Because there are plenty. Okay, how about right here in the heart of chaos? Anything? Giant pile of burning, dead T-Rex mouth dogs. Jeez. The brutality. Yes, you have guys with crossbows. No big deal. Let's go get this sneaky little thing over here. Really? Cragblade. So that's one that we're going to talk about in just a second. Let me go get these guys real quick. Let's handle them. As soon as we kill these guys, we're going to talk about that ability. Really? You're not coming up here? Yep, distracted by the battle. Very interesting. So let's talk about what we picked up. Cragblade. This Ashenborg grants an armament that the heavy affinity and the following skill. Cragblade, skill that manipulates gravity. Bury the armaments in the ground, pulling rocks from the earth to reinforce it, increasing attack power and makes it easier to break enemy stance. Pretty cool. Gives your weapon strength scaling, and that is a Radon ability. We're going to see him use that in the fight. So let's clean house up here. There's some guys up here, so get rid of the spear guy as fast as you can. Nasty. I'll tell you what, it pays to have a thick shield. Because I'm telling you right now, if we didn't have a shield for that part, that could have been super ugly. So we picked up a talisman that's going to affect our bow. Raises the attack power of arrows and bolts. So that's something we could probably interchange and swap over to, depending on the situation. Like if we're trying... Look at... What the hell is the point of this? God. But if we wanted to try to kill something in one hit... Fuck. Kind of like what that gravity just did to me. If we preferably want to try to kill something in like one hit from really far away with the ballista or something like that, the hand ballista that we've been upgrading, we could equip that talisman that we just got. And oh shit, this is going to be an interesting run back. We could equip that talisman that we just got, and it would do significantly more damage. Oh no, let me rune up before I forget. There's the Radom battlefield. Excited for that. I don't know what I was thinking right there. I don't know what perplexed me to... like... I really don't know. Like, I knew I was going to die if I fell right there, but for some reason my curiosity propelled me forward. Alright. So, unfortunately, we are going to have to get back up there, which is going to eat up a little bit of our time at the end of this episode, but we'll be okay. Let's make these guys fall down again, like the dummies they are. Grab our stuff, grab the grace down there in front of it, and we should be okay. Come on. I need both of you to come down here. Come on. There we go. So this is going to get ugly, because the first thing I'm going to do is go for my runes, and then these guys are going to follow me around the edge. Oh, this is ugly. Ah! This is bad. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Here we go. Ugh. Nope. You know anything about me, man? Then you would know. That's my motto. Don't get got. Okay, here we go. One of these guys had glowing eyes. There he is. Really? What were the odds of that hit right there? What were the odds? Jesus. And let me go do this real quick. Right before we end, let's get this guy. This little hidden item in the tent. That should be the only item over here on this cliffside that I know of. Yeah, I think we're good. Nice. So we have made it to our next grace, and as you can see, we have a teleporter in front of us, and then we're going to have another teleporter just up the road. Very strange, but I'm going to do my best to try to showcase the differences between them and why they are significant in the next episode. Can we level up? We sure can. Alright, the next thing will be endurance, and I think we're doing okay. Actually, hold on. I never remember to do this at the beginning of a fresh episode, so we'll do it here. Let's get rid of this, because it doesn't seem to be doing all that well. This. Flame grant me strength. This is a very, very, very good pyromancy. It gives us an attack buff, and we're going to want to use that. So, we made it past the battlefield between the T-Rex headed dogs and the Radon soldiers, and now we're going to make our way across this bridge and up into Redmane Castle, but we're going to save that for next time. So thank you guys so much for joining me on today's episode of the in-depth playthrough of Elden Ring. I've been your faithful host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and I will catch all of you guys in the next video.